Okay, so good day, grade 7. So welcome to our next lesson, lesson 4. Alam kong inantay nyo talaga itong lesson na to kasi yung pinaka last ko pang upload is like 10 days ago. So hopefully nandyan pa kayo, grade 7. And I hope that you are ready because today we will explore the exciting steps of the scientific investigation. I am Sir Wawi, your ever curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe para lagi kang updated sa mga susunod pa nating science lessons. Are ready? Okay, so if you are, let's get started. So sabi ko nga, yan na po yung ating topic, scientific investigation. And this is the common steps used in schools to test something, especially pag meron tayong mga discussion or simple discussion about a particular experiments. But in scientists, okay, it's likely similar. Okay, gumagamit naman sila ng scientific method pero itong mga steps, okay, the steps in scientific method and scientific investigation is almost similar. Okay, so ito lang yung aking inintroduce or yung nakalagay sa ating book kasi ito yung pinaka-appropriate for students, especially for grade 7. Ayan, so for our learning competency, follow appropriate steps of scientific investigation which includes aim or problem, materials and equipment, the method or procedures, results including data, and the conclusion. So, paano ba tayo gumagawa? How we test a particular experiments, mga anak? Okay, mga anak, ang experiment ba is maglalagay lang tayo ng mga substance, paghahaluin lang natin. That's it. Okay, so may steps po doon mga anak tayo na sinusunod. Hindi lang for enjoyment, for amazement. We follow particular steps. Okay? So sige, for our learning objectives, identify the steps of scientific investigation, which is already stated in the learning competency. Write a simple aim or a problem. Paano ba tayo gumawa ng good aim or problem? And then identify materials and equipment needed. So ano ba yung mga materials na kailangan natin in the particular experiments? Describe the procedures. Okay, so ikaw ang gagawa ng procedures. How will you do that? Okay, and then record results and data. While doing the procedures, executing it, you have to list or record the data that you observe during the experiment. Okay, and then write a simple conclusion after the experiment. What did you observe or your general conclusion on that? Okay, so nasagot ba yung tanong mo or hindi? Something like that. Ayan. So, before that, let's have a short opening questions or question. How do scientists discover new knowledge? Paano ba nakaka-discover ng mga bagong kaalaman ang mga scientist? Okay, ano ba yung ginagawa nila? Okay, how do we know if a plant needs sunlight? Paano ba natin nalalaman na or nalaman rather na ang mga halaman kailangan pala ng sunlight? How do we test if sugar dissolves faster in hot water? Okay, paano natin yun malalaman? Okay, so we can answer these questions, okay, by doing the steps of scientific methods. And scientists discover new knowledge. Okay, nakaka-discover sila ng new knowledge by asking questions. Asking questions on what they observe in their surroundings or kung ano yung nakikita nila. Nagtatanong sila. Okay, let's say, um, yun nga, naglagay tayo ng sugar. Bakit mas madaling matunaw ang sugar sa hot water? Is a question, di ba? Okay, and for you to answer that question, you have to test it. Di ba? Kailangan nating i-test yun. Okay, para mag-come up tayo in a particular conclusion. Okay, pwede rin naman nating itanong na ang mga halaman ba or how does the amount of fertilizer affect growth of the plant? Nakakaapekto ba yung mga fertilizer na ginagamit natin sa growth ng plant? How they grow? Okay, so for that, kailangan din nating i-test. Hindi tayo pwede basta-basta, ay yes, agad. Kailangan, in science, we have to prove it. Kailangan may ebidensya ka at para makakuha ka ng ebidensya, you have to perform experiments. Okay? Sige. Aside from asking questions, yung ating mga scientists to discover new knowledge, they test the questions or the problem that they formulate. They test ideas through careful observation and experiments. And while doing experiments, mga anak, napaka-importante na we have to be fair. Hindi dapat tayo bias. Hindi yung pwedeng kung ano yung gusto nating lumabas, yun ang ipipilit mo. Okay? Kung ano yung lumabas dun sa ating experiment, okay, that's what you're going to write. Hindi mo pwedeng i-edit. Okay? Kasi pag you are biased, okay, in-edit mo para lang mag-come up ka dun sa gusto mong makuha, hindi yun experiment. Hindi yun facts. Okay? Hindi ka magka-come up sa facts. Okay, so let's proceed on our activity number one. Think like a scientist. Paano ba mag-isip ang mga scientists? Ano? So for our learning objectives, explain how scientific investigation is used to solve problems and answer questions. Okay, so read the problem and complete the question, test or investigation, and evidence in the guide. Okay, so meron ako ditong sample activity, ano mga anak, and gagawa tayo ng inyong pinaka response or possible response. Ha? Hindi naman na totally means na agad-agad may magandang response na kayo. Ang ina-expect ko lang dito sa first activity is what is your pinaka-common response. Okay? Sige. Let's start. So, for the instruction, the teacher will show three everyday situations. So, meron akong ipapakita sa inyo na three everyday situation. And for each situation, magsusulat kayo. Write one question about the situation. Magsusulat kayo ng isang tanong about doon sa situation. Okay, ano nga daw ang isusulat? Tanong. And then say how they can test or investigate it. So, pag nakasulat tayo ng tanong, sasabihin nyo doon kung paano natin siya itetest or paano tayo gagawa ng experiment. And then identify what evidence they might collect. And pwede rin natin ilagay doon yung mga posibleng mga makuha nating result or ebidensya doon sa ating experiment. Ha? Okay, so for our first problem, a plant in a dark room is not growing well. Okay, for our format, okay, ang una mong mga anak na gagawin dito, mag-formulate ka ng question. Okay, ano ba yung naiisip mo na question diyan? Bakit hindi lumalaki ng ayos yung halaman? At magbibigay ka din ng suggestion paano natin siya itetest, 'di ba? And then, magbibigay ka ng possible evidence bakit hindi lumalaki ng ayos yung halaman. Okay, sige. Second situation. Sugar disappears faster in hot water than in cold water. Ayan, maglagay tayo ng question. Bakit kaya ano? Okay. So, and then test. How you will test that? Okay, and then evidence. Magbibigay ka ng ebidensya. Bakit kaya mas mabilis matunaw? Okay, and then a ball rolls farther on a smooth floor than in a rough floor. Bakit kaya ano? So, magpo-formulate tayo ng question. Okay, and then paano natin ite-test? And then yung evidence. Ayan. So, these are the possible answer. Ano? For the first situation, a plant in a dark room is not growing well. Yung question natin mga anak na pwedeng itanong doon is, does sunlight affect plant growth? Nakakaapekto ba ang sunlight, okay, sa paglaki ng halaman? And then para matest natin yun, kung talagang nakakaapekto yung sunlight, place one plant. In sunlight, lalagay natin yung isang halaman, parehas na halaman ha, parehas na halaman. Let's say, kung yun ay gumamela, puro gumamela lamang. Okay? So, ilagay natin doon sa isang place, yung isang halaman sa mainit or sa nasisikatan ng araw, at yung isa naman ay doon sa room na walang araw or madilim. Okay? And then, it will take several days ano para makita mo yung result. So, yung evidence mo na i-collect, i-compare mo yung plant height, paano ba nagkaroon ng difference, sino yung mas lumaki, yung nasa may initan or yung nasa madilim na lugar. Number of leaves, tingnan natin kung may nadagdag na leaves doon sa halaman na nasa may sunlight at kung dito naman sa halaman na nasa madilim, tingnan mo kung may nabawas na leaves. Okay. And then, color changes. May nangyari ba sa color changes ng kanilang leaves? Titingnan mo din yan. Yun yung mga ebidensya na pwede mong makuha para masagot mo yung question na does sunlight affect plant growth? Pangalawa naman anak, sugar disappears faster in hot water than in cold water. Okay, ano yung question natin dito? Does water temperature nakakaapekto kaya yung temperature para ma-dissolve ng mas mabilis ang sugar? Okay, hindi puwedeng sasabihin yes. Okay, kailangan natin ng i-test. Okay, paano natin ite-test? Put equal amount of sugar. Okay, syempre meron tayong hot water and cold water. Okay, let's say 1 tablespoon. Kung 1 tablespoon ay di parehas yun ha. So tingnan mo, observe mo. Saan mas mabilis matunaw? Siyempre, uurasan mo yan. Maglalagay ka ng timer. Okay, so time taken for sugar to fully dissolve. Kung sino yung mas mabilis, ay di mapapatunayan mo nga na temperature affects. Okay, how sugar this or how fast the sugar dissolves. Ano? Ayan. So next, lastly, a ball rolls farther on smooth floor than on a rough floor. Ano yung possible question natin dito? Does surface type affect how far a ball rolls? Nakaka-apekto ba yung surface type kung rough or smooth? Siyempre, hindi agad tayo magsasabi ng yes, sasagutin ng yes. Kailangan nating i-test, patunayan. So, magpapagulong tayo ng same na bola sa isang rough at sa isang smooth. Okay, and then, siyempre, titingnan mo yung distance, sino yung mas malayo na travel, okay, na bola. Okay, at sino yung mas mabilis. Yun din ang titingnan natin. Okay? Sige, so hopefully medyo nagka-idea tayo about how you will do, okay, or fill out a particular format for scientific investigation. Pero that's very simple pa lang mga anak, ano. Okay, so what is a scientific investigation mga anak? A scientific investigation is a systematic way of solving problems. Ito yung pinaka, kumbaga, comprehensive, pinaka systematic or systematikong pamamaraan para na ma-solve natin yung isang problem. Kumbaga may step-by-step process. Hindi pwedeng ganun agad. Okay, yes, agad ang sagot. No, may sinusunod tayong mga step dito. Kaya systematic way, in order. So, yan, systematic way of solving problems, answering questions, and testing ideas using evidence. And then, it involves observing situation. It also involves observing situation, asking a clear question. Okay, dapat before ka makapag-test, meron tayong clear question because that's what you're going to test. Okay, kasi kung wala tayong question, hindi wala tayong ite-test, 'di ba? Okay, scientists collect data and evidence during the investigation. Okay, halimbawa may nakapag-formulate ka na ng question, nakapag-formulate ka na din ng procedure, ginagawa mo na. Okay, habang ginagawa mo yung experiment, that's when you collect data or evidence. Okay, para ma-prove or mapatunayan mo yung iyong or masagot yung iyong question. Okay, so sabi dyan, no, scientists collect data and evidence during the investigation to help them understand what is happening and to support their conclusions. Okay, this process helps ensure that ideas are based on facts and not just guesses. So pag natapos mo yung scientific investigation mo, sinunod mo yung mga steps at napatunayan na sagot mo yung mga tanong mo, it's a facts. Okay, at hindi na yon hula-hula lamang. Kasi meron ka ng ebidensya. Okay? Ganun sa science mga anak. Ang facts sa science, kailangan ay na-test, okay, at napatunayan through experiment. Kung yan ay sabi-sabi mo lang, hindi yan i-claim or tatawaging facts sa science. Okay? Next, sugar dissolving investigation report. So for our activity number 2, organize a simple scientific investigation by identifying its parts, aim, materials, procedure, results, and conclusions. So complete the scientific investigation report based on the given problem. Okay, so ang problem natin is sugar dissolving. Okay, saan ba mas mabilis natutunaw ang sugar? Is it in hot water or in cold water? So why do we do investigation? Bakit tayo nag-iimbestiga? 'Di ba? So scientists do not simply guess answers to questions. Hindi lang ang mga scientists sa science, hindi lang basta sila naghuhula ng sagot, mga anak. Hindi yun pwede. Yung sinabi ko kanina, it is always supported by experiment. They use a careful process called a scientific investigation. Nag-i-investigate sila. Hindi sila basta-basta nagbibigay lang ng sagot or hula-hula. So in this activity, learners will observe a common situation, like sugar dissolving in water, and think about how scientists find out which conditions make it dissolve faster. Okay, so a scientific investigation is done step by step, remember, to make sure the results are fair and reliable. Kailangan fair and reliable. Scientists change only one factor at a time. such as the temperature of the water, while keeping other conditions the same. So this helps them make sure that the results are based on evidence and not chances. Okay, actually mga anak, ang mga scientists din, kapag sila'y naggagawa ng experiment, okay, yung isang experiment result is not, what do you call this, enough, hindi pa enough. Alam niyo ba na ang mga scientist is gumagawa sila ng repeat, okay? Inuulit-ulit nila yung proseso. At kung pare-parehas yung resulta, doon pa lang sila magka-come up sa isang conclusion. Okay, imagine that, 'di ba may isa ng experiment na palabas mo na, okay na 'yun para sa atin, 'di ba? But sa mga scientists, they carefully do it in a consecutive times para talagang mapatunayan na it's not about chances lang. Okay, para mapatunayan nila na iyon talaga ay totoo. Okay, so this is a sample investigation report table. So ano nga yung problem natin? Does sugar dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? Actually, dito sa ating scientific investigation report table, may problem na tayo. Pero, okay, ako bilang teacher, magbibigay ako sa inyo ng scientific report table, pero kayo ang gagawa ng inyong problem. Okay, wala po tayong problem dyan. Okay? Dito lang sa sample meron na agad. So, does sugar dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? So, ano ba yung mga materials na kailangan nating gamitin dyan para mas test? Okay. 'Di ba? So, anong mga gagamitin natin possible? Like, tubig, syempre. Sugar. Eh, syempre yung tubig na mainit at tubig na malamig. Container, 'di ba? Yung paglalagyan ng tubig. And then the methods or procedures. Ano ba yung una? So, kayo din ang gagawa. Prepare the glass container, put a water, one is hot and then the other one is cold. Then put the sugar, set a timer, something like that. Okay, so those are procedures or steps kung paano mo gagawin yung experiments. And then the results. While doing the experiment, you have to list what did you observe using your senses? What did you see? Kung may na-smell ka ba? Taste is optional. Okay, di ba? Hindi laging record ang taste sa pag-experiment. Ano? So, and then the conclusion itself. After the results, what did you conclude or um, what did you observe? Your general observation, general conclusions. Okay, so let's say, ang observe mo, ay, mas mabilis talaga matunaw ang asukal sa mainit na tubig because it takes, let's say, 30 seconds for sugar to dissolve in hot water while it takes 2 minutes in cold water. Something like that. Para may pruweba ka. Okay? And then, okay, these are the sample answers. So materials and equipment, sugar, hot water, cold water, two clear glasses, spoon, then a stopwatch. Okay. And then so for the method, pour equal amounts of hot water and cold water into two separate glasses, add the same amount of sugar. Diga, tingnan natin, the same amount of sugar. Nabasa mo rin doon sa number 1, equal amount of hot water. For that, okay, yung ating test is very fair. Wala kang bias. Hindi siya bias yung atin kasi equal. And then, stir both glasses the same number. O even sa pag-stir, kung hinalo mo yung sa cold water ng 5 times, edi 5 times din sa hot water para talagang reliable. Fair, not bias. Baka naman mas mabilis sa cold water kasi hinalo mo naman kasi ng 10 beses tapos sa hot water ay 1 beses lang. Diga? Parang napaka-unfair naman pag ganun. And then observe which sugar dissolves faster. Okay, and then for the results, the sugar in hot water dissolves faster than in cold water. It takes less time for sugar to disappear in hot water. Less time, mas mabilis. Okay, talaga sa hot water kasi it takes less time lamang. So for the conclusion, sugar dissolves faster in hot water because higher temperature increases the movement of water particles, helping sugar dissolves more quickly. So sa conclusion natin, para siyang sentences na. Sa results, mga anak, pwede nyo tang i-bulleted kung ano ba yung ilist mo na yung mga napansin mo na totally in a sentence na. Parang data-data lang muna. Pwede gumamit ka ng table sa results. Okay, para ma-compare mo. Sa conclusion, it's like a paragraph or para na siyang summary of what you did, the result, okay, of your experiment. So, sige. What materials are needed to fairly test the dissolving of sugar? Ano yung mga materials na ginamit natin para fair? Okay, so we need sugar, hot water, cold water, two identical clear glasses, and a spoon. So these materials help make the test fair by keeping everything the same except the temperature of the water. Okay, talagang nakita natin same amount of water, okay, and then same amount of sugar. Ayan, fair yun. What steps will you follow to make sure your test is accurate? Ano yung mga test? So, syempre, kung yung ano yung provide mo, kung ano yung ginawa mo dun sa hot water na steps, ay di yun sa cold water ka na din. So, first, pour equal amounts of hot water and cold water into two separate identical, even the glasses, it should be identical. Then, add the same amount of sugar to each glass and stir both the same number of times. Observe and compare which sugar dissolves faster while keeping all other conditions the same. Okay? Ayan. So, ganun dapat para accurate. Based on your expected results, which type of water do you think will dissolve faster? Why? Yung ating expected results, di ba, ang ating naisip na, ay, matutunaw ito sa mainit. Nasagot ba? Okay? So, why? So, sabi dyan, hot water will dissolve sugar faster because its particles move more quickly. Yung sagot natin, tentative natin na sagot na mas mabilis matunaw ang sugar sa hot, napatunayan talaga because we test. Okay? Doon, masasabi mo na yung claim mo is facts. Okay? Or katotohanan. So, which help breaks down the sugar and mix it into the water more easily. Okay, so next, ayan, so we will discuss the steps of scientific investigation one by one. Start muna tayo. Ano nga yung first step natin ng scientific investigation? The aim or the problem, the scientific aim. So for our activity number 3, spot the scientific aim. Identify and write correct aim or problem statement for a scientific investigation. Read each statement carefully. Decide if it is a good scientific aim or not an aim. Then explain your answer. So, step number 1 in scientific investigation, the aim or problem. Okay, so the first and most important part, kasi hindi tayo makakapag-experiment pag wala to. Diga? Kaya ito yung pinakamahalagang part ng ating scientific investigation. Okay, okay, the aim or the problem statement. This is the question that guides the whole investigation. Ito yung question na mag-guide sa atin all throughout the investigation and tell scientists exactly what they want to find out. Siyempre, may question. Alam natin kung ano yung gagawin. Alam natin kung ano yung gusto nating makuha. And good scientific aim is always written as clear and testable. Dapat siya clear and testable question. Testable question. It should be a question. Tandaan mga anak, question. Okay? Scientific aim or problem. And then it focuses on something that can be investigated through observation or an experiment such as does temperature affect how fast sugar dissolves? Okay, it's a question. Kaya natin siyang i-test, 'di ba? By comparing. It should not be a simple statement or fact or opinion. Yung statement mo anak sa problem or sa aim, hindi dapat fact. Okay, let's say sugar is sweet. It's a fact na. Matamis na talaga yung sugar. Okay, alam na natin yon. Okay, dapat ang aim or problem, it should be a question. Okay? Dapat siya ay testable. Okay? Not all statements are scientific aims. Statements like sugar is sweet or plants need sunlight, okay, are facts. Katotohanan na yan that are already known and do not require testing. In science, we turn interesting ideas or observations into questions that can be investigated. Dapat tanong. Okay, ano po ulit ang aim or problem? It should be a question. So for our activity sheet, okay, meron akong statement dito mga anak. Sasabihin niyo sa akin kung it's an aim or a good aim, yes or no. The first one, does sugar dissolve faster in hot water? Sugar is sweet. Which soil helps plants grow faster? Plants need sunlight. Does temperature affect the dissolving rate of sugar? Okay, so sasabihin niyo lang sa akin kung yun ay aim or not. Ano? So these are the answers. So number 1 is a good aim kasi it's a question. Pwede natin siyang i-test. 'Di ba? Pwede natin siyang i-test by comparing. Sugar is sweet. It's a fact. Statement na siya. Katotohanan na yan. It's a no. Hindi siya aim. Number 3, which soil helps plants grow faster? It's a good aim. Okay, so syempre pwede kang mag-experiment. Ano ba yung mga type ng soil? Magdala ka ng different types of soil. Okay, and then magpapatubo ka ng same plant para matest mo or malaman mo kung saan mas madaling tumubo ang halaman, Okay, same plant din yung itatanim mo, pero magkaibang soil. Magkaibang soil pero same place. Let's say kung mainit nakalagay sa may sunlight, parehas yung nakalagay sa may sunlight. And for that, fair yung iyong magiging test. Plants need sunlight. It's a fact. Hindi na siya tanong. Teka, does temperature affect the dissolving rate of sugar? It's a good aim, yes. Kasi we can test this. Ano? Next, fix the mistakes. Okay, sige, meron ako ditong mga wrong aim. Okay, ang gagawin ninyo mga anak is to rewrite the non-scientific statements. I-rewrite natin siya. Ano? Okay, rewrite the non-scientific statements into a good aim or a problem. Pwede natin siyang gawing problem. Okay, let's say yung statement kanina, sugar is sweet. Paano natin siya gagawing problem or aim? Plants need sunlight. Okay, paano natin siya gagawing tanong? So, these are the possible answer. Does sugar affect taste perception? Or how do we test if sugar changes the sweetness of food? Okay, ayan. So, it's a good aim na. Or another, in plants need sunlight. Does sunlight affect plant growth? Okay, pwede dito tayong mag-test, di ba? Pwede yung ilalagay natin yung isa sa madilim na lugar and then yung isa naman ay sa sunlight. Okay, but same plant. Okay, di ba? Naging good scientific aim sila. Kasi ang aim dapat mga anak, it should be a question. Pwede rin ang ating scientific aim is which type of paper towels absorb the most water. Meron tayong different types of paper towels, di ba? Pwede nating i-test yon. Okay, same amount of water let's say, na-spill sa table. Okay, pwede nating tingnan doon. Alin ang mas nag-absorb ng water? Or how does the temperature of water affect how the fast sugar dissolves? Yung kanina, di ba? Or how does the length of a paper airplane's, di ba, wings, yung paper airplane wings affect the distance it flies? So, titingnan natin, pwede tayong gumawa ng paper airplane na mahaba yung wings or yung maliit. Titingnan natin kung saan yung mas malayo. Diga? Testable. Question. Ganun dapat ang aims, mga anak. It should be a question. Tandaan, it should be a question. So, what makes a good scientific aim or a problem? So, a good scientific aim is a clear, specific, and testable question. It can be investigated through observation or an experiment and helps guide what the scientists will do in the investigation. Kumbaga, ito yung tumutulong sa mga scientists kung ano yung gagawin, ano yung gusto nilang kunin, at dapat testable question. Okay? Next, why are statements like sugar is sweet not good aims for investigation? Bakit hindi good aim, mga anak, yung sugar is sweet? Ha? Kasi yun ay totoo na, di ba? These are not a good aims because they are already known facts. Facts na yun. And do not require testing. Hindi na kailangan nating i-test kasi katotohanan na. They cannot be investigated further using an experiment since there is no question to answer. Wala namang tanong na sasagutin dun sa statement. Paano natin siya itetest? Di ba? Okay. So, how does writing a question help scientists in their investigation? Paano ba nakakatulong yung pagsulat ng question or aim? Writing a question helps scientists focus their investigation and decide what to test. It guides the entire process so they can collect the right evidence and find a clear answer. Yun nga, like what I've said earlier, a question guides the scientists on what to do and what to collect. Okay. So for our activity number 4, second step, the procedures or the materials rather, the materials. Pack the experiment kit. Identify and select appropriate materials and equipment needed for a simple scientific investigation. So yung ating problem, mga anak, yung ating aim is, does sugar dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? Yun, kunyari, yun ang ating problem. Okay, and kayo yung gagawa ng materials. Ano yung mga materials natin gagamitin doon? So for step 2, materials and equipment. Every scientific investigation needs the correct materials and equipment to make the experiment fair, accurate, and successful. Scientists carefully choose what they need before starting so they can properly test their questions. So do you think that materials is important in scientific investigation? Yes, mga anak, kasi nakadepende rin sa materials yung magiging result ng ating experiment at kung ito ba ay fair or bias. Okay, imagine you are conducting an investigation about whether sugar dissolves faster in hot or in cold water. Using the right materials is very important because each one has a specific purpose. For example, sugar is the substance being tested. Hindi pwedeng ang ating problem is yung the sugar dissolved in hot water or in cold water, tapos ang ginamit mo asin. Okay, hindi pwede. Ano? So, napaka-importante yung materials. Or water is the liquid used for dissolving, and a spoon helps in mixing. Some items are not needed and may not help in the investigation. Okay, so sige. So activity sheet, imagine you are going to investigate. Does sugar dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? That's our problem in the entire discussion. Okay, hanggang sa mga susunod pang steps. Tandaan, ang problem natin, does sugar dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? So, based on the given items, ano yung mga possible materials na gagamitin natin? Okay, checkan natin yung mga gagamitin at i-cross natin yung hindi. Okay, so ayan, sugar, kailangan natin kasi yun yung substance na ite-test. Sand, kailangan ba natin? Hindi naman natin kailangan ng sand. Water, yes. A cups, pwede yung container. And then a spoon, pang stir. Thermometer, optional. A pencil, okay, hindi naman ano siya required for the entire experiment. Pero pwede naman tayong gumamit ng pencil while recording. Pero while doing the experiment, gumamit ba tayo ng pencil doon? Hindi naman, di ka? Rocks, lalo namang hindi, di ba? Walang bato tayong ginamit doon. Ano yung bato yung tutunawin? Okay. So, match the material to its use. Okay. Saan ba natin gagamitin itong mga mapili nating materials? Does sugar dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? Sugar, okay, the substance being tested to see how fast it dissolves. The water, the liquid where sugar will dissolve, the solvent. Okay, yun yung gagamitin natin para makita kung ano yung saan mabilis matunaw yung sugar. Pero meron tayong two water, yung hot water and cold water. Okay, cups, container, dapat yung cups same size and then same. Kumbaga parehas yung cups natin. Container used to hold the hot water and cold water for testing. And then thermometer, ito naman ay optional lang. Used to measure and compare the temperature of water para makita natin kung talagang malamig ba or mainit para maging fair yung ating experiment. And then the spoon. Okay, saan naman natin gagamitin yung spoon? Okay, ito naman ay pang halo or pang stir. Used to stir the mixture equally in each cup. At sabi nga kanina, kung 10 times mo hinalo yung ating cold water, dapat 10 times din sa hot water. Even the amount of force you exert, dapat pares din. Or hindi naman totally ma-measure natin agad-agad, pero dapat alam mo. Okay? Ayan, para fair yung result. And then guide question. Why do we need to use correct materials in an experiment? Bakit kailangan nating gumamit ng mga eksaktong materials para sa experiment? Okay. We need correct materials to make sure the experiment is fair, accurate, and gives reliable results. Okay. So dapat para masiguro natin na fair yung ating experiment, accurate is gagamit tayo ng mga um, correct materials. Okay. What might happen if we use wrong materials? Ano yung mangyayari pag gumamit tayo ng maling materials? Okay, what will happen? Okay, so if we use wrong materials, the results may become incorrect, unfair, or confusing, and we may not get the right answer to the question. Pag gumamit tayo ng maling materials, hindi natin makuha yung dapat nating makuha. Mag-mislead tayo. Ano? Okay, let's say, yung ating problem, does sugar dissolve in water, in hot water, or in cold water? Tas ang tinest mo, sand. Okay, makakuha ba natin yung result? Hindi, kasi mali yung ginamit mo na materials. Okay, why is safety important when choosing materials? Kailangan ba din natin isaalang-alang ang safety? Of course. So, safety is important to prevent accidents or harm while doing experiments and to make sure learners can work safely in the classroom or laboratory. Okay. And the activity number 5, order the investigation steps. Ito na, gagawin na tayo ng mga steps or method. Paano mo gagawin yung experiment? Okay. Ano nga ulit yung problem natin? Does sugar dissolves in hot water or in cold water? Ayan. So, step 3, method or procedure. A scientific investigation must follow a correct step-by-step order so that the activity will be clear, organized, and the results will be accurate. Each step is important and must be done in sequence because changing the order may affect the outcome of the experiment. Okay, dapat in order. Okay, in order yung paglalagay natin ng step. Let's say sa cold water and hot water, kung ano yung step na inuna mo doon, dapat parehas din sa kanila. Kasi yung step will affect the results of the experiment. So a good procedure is easy to understand, clearly written, and arranged properly so it can be followed without confusion. It also helps ensure that the investigation can be repeated with the same results. Safety is also important during any investigation. Learners must handle materials carefully, follow instructions, okay, properly, and avoid unsafe actions to prevent accidents while doing the activity. Okay, so ito yung table natin for um, mixed steps. So, i-arrange natin kung ano yung una. So, the first one we have, okay, ayan. So, una muna natin, pour water into 2 cups. Okay, second, add sugar to each cup. And then, stir both cups. Okay, and then observe which dissolves faster. And then, record the results. Okay, so dapat yung procedures natin same. Okay, so feeling ko yung nailagay kong sagot dito dun sa PPT is hindi ano. So, pa-edit na lang po if you have time, mga ma'am and sir. Siguro nagka-typo lang din ako. Ayan. So, check good procedure features. Paano ba natin masasabing good procedure? Okay. Yung isang step ano. So, sige. Dapat siya ay clear steps, confusing instruction, hindi. Numbered steps, easy to follow, no order needed. Okay. So, dapat clear steps yung ating procedure. Ano, hindi siya confusing. Numbered steps, dapat in order, nakasunod-sunod. Easy to follow, mabilis sundan. At no order needed? No, it's not. Kailangan ay naka-numbered. May order. Ano, same kanina. Oh, naka-number. Okay yung procedure natin. Ano? Ayan. So, safety check. Underline the safe actions. Sige nga, underline yung mga safe action dyan. Handle materials carefully. Yes. Run while holding cups. Hindi pwede. Pag meron tayong hawak, especially in laboratory, huwag tayong patakbo-takbo doon. Ano, kasi may makabangga tayo, matapon, ma-spill yung mga chemicals na hawak natin. Follow teacher's instructions. Laging sundin ang instruction ni teacher. Taste the mixture during experiment. Aba, hindi pwede. Pag walang instruction na i-taste, bawal tikman. Work carefully with hot water. Okay, correct. Ano? Yan. So, why must procedures be followed in the correct order? Bakit kailangan sundin? Okay, procedure must be followed in order so the experiment is done correctly and the results are accurate and reliable. Okay, kailangan nating sundin yung step-by-step process para ayos yung result, hindi bias at hindi unfair. What makes a procedure easy to understand? Okay, a procedure is easy to follow when it has a clear, simple, and numbered steps that are well organized. Okay, so, ayan. So, yun yung easy. May number, ano yung unang dapat gawin, susunod, the next one, ganun yung good procedure. Ano, ayan. So, why is safety important during an investigation? Kailangan ba? Safety is very important to prevent accidents and injuries while doing experiments, especially when handling materials like hot water or a glass. Ano? Okay, so activity 6, data detective. So dito naman, yung results na ano, identify, classify, and record qualitative and quantitative data from a simple investigation. So step 4, results data. So data is an important part of our scientific investigation because it helps us understand what really happens during an experiment. Scientists do not rely on guesses. Hindi tayo nanghula lamang. Instead, they carefully observe, measure, and record information. And there are 2 types of data, mga anak. We have qualitative data and quantitative data. Excuse me. So, pag sinabi natin qualitative data, quality, okay, it describes what we observe using our senses, such as color, appearance, or behavior. Let's say, ang na-observe natin during the experiment, nag-change ng color. Okay, it's a qualitative data. Okay. And then quantitative data uses numbers such as time, temperature, or amount. Let's say 40 degrees. Okay, yung time, okay, it takes 20 seconds, 2 minutes, basta may number, amount, 30, let's say, 3 grams, okay, 40 grams, something like that. Basta may numbers, quantitative, quantity. Pero pag description, okay, it's qualitative. Okay? So, sige. Observe and classify record. So, titingnan natin kung quantitative or qualitative yung observation mo. Okay, anong problem natin? Does sugar dissolve in hot water or does sugar dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? Okay, so titingnan natin kung qualitative or quantitative. Okay, sige. So, sugar dissolved in 30 seconds is quantitative kasi merong number, 30 seconds. Water became cloudy. Okay, cloudy, describe mo. It's qualitative. Okay. Temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. May number, it's quantitative. Sugar dissolves quickly or dissolved quickly. It's qualitative. Okay, it took 2 minutes to dissolve. It's quantitative because may number 2 minutes. Okay? Ayan. So, activity sheet, let's say this is your, um, what do you call this? Expected results. Sa cold water, na-dissolve yung ating sugar ng 2 minutes. Sa hot is 30 seconds. So, sa second attempt, let's say, sa cold water, it takes 3 minutes, while in hot water, it takes 25 seconds. Let's say, dalawang beses mo inulit. Ano? Okay. So, for that, what is the difference between qualitative and quantitative data? Okay, so qualitative data describes observation using words, while quantitative data uses numbers and measurements. How does data help scientists make conclusions? Okay, data provides evidence that scientists use to support their findings and make accurate conclusion instead of guessing. Okay, so for our activity number 7, build a conclusion. So we are done. Na-test na natin. Write a clear scientific conclusion using results as evidence. Ano? Okay, so ano ba ang conclusion? A conclusion is the final part of a scientific investigation where we explain what the results mean. It is based on evidence collected during the experiment, not on guesses or personal opinions. To write a good conclusion, we must look carefully at the data. Para makapagsulat ka anak ng conclusion, syempre, bibase mo doon sa mga na-record mo na data. Okay, and compare the results. This helps us answer the investigation question clearly and correctly. Scientists use results to support their conclusions so that it is reliable and accurate. Okay, so ito yung atin, let's say, na data na sulat mo. Sa cup A, cold water, and it takes 2 minutes to dissolve. Sa cup B, it's hot water, and it takes 30 seconds to dissolve. So, para makaka-create tayo ng conclusion, let's say, sugar dissolves faster. Pero ito'y, ano lang ha, itong conclusion ay fill in the blanks, pero in reality, kayo ang gagawa talaga niyan lahat. Okay, sugar dissolves faster in hot water than in cold water because it took, okay, 30 seconds time in hot water and 2 minutes time in cold water. Okay. So how does data help you write a conclusion? So data provides evidence that helps explain what happened in the investigation and supports the conclusion. So kung wala kang sinulat na data during the experiment, makakapag-create ka ba ng conclusion? No. Yes, makakapag-create po ako. Pero baka yan ay hindi accurate kasi wala kang naging base. Baka minsan may data ka na nalimutan. So dapat, napaka-importante ang data. While doing the experiment, you have to record what you observe. Ano? Okay, why is it important to compare results before concluding? It is important to compare results to clearly see the differences and decide which outcome is correct. What happens if a conclusion is not based on evidence? If a conclusion is not based on evidence, it may be wrong or unreliable. So, we are done, ano? So, now let's compare naman mga anak. The scientific method, the actual steps used by the scientist, and scientific investigation for students level. So, ang scientific method mga anak, same lang din naman yung kanilang steps. Okay, let's say yung first step sa scientific method, ask question or problem, katumbas na siya ng aim or problem. Sa scientific method kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng prediction or hypothesis. Pero sa atin, wala sa scientific investigation ano, but it is often included na in the aim. Let's say yung ating question kanina, does sugar dissolves faster in hot water or in cold water? Meron ka ng sagot na doon na in hot water, pero hindi naman natin lang sinulat. It's like katumbas sa hypothesis or prediction. Do an experiment. Ito na yung ating procedures. Collect data, which is yung results including data, and then analyze data. Yon, kasama na din yon sa results and data, kumbaga pinagsama na. And then a conclusion. Same yung kanilang first step and last step. Ano? Okay, sige. So hopefully, you will try to create a scientific investigation. Okay, try ninyong mag-create kung kaya ba natin. Following the different steps, aim, the procedures, data, results and data, and then conclusion. Okay, so yung aim natin 5, aim, materials, method, okay, and then results and data, and then the conclusion. Okay, so for our formative assessment, choose the correct answer. What is the aim in a scientific investigation? The list of materials, the question that the investigation tries to answer, the final conclusion, or the procedure steps. It's letter B, the question. What is quantitative data? The water looks clear. The plant looks healthy. It took 3 days to grow. The soil is soft. Siyempre, it took 3 days to grow kasi may number. What should a good procedure have? Random steps, clear and number steps, no order, only one step. It's letter B. It should be clear and numbered steps. Why do scientists record results? Bakit nagre-record? To guess the answer, to compare and support conclusion, to decorate reports, to skip experiments. Okay, it's letter B. To compare and support conclusions. Which is an example of a material in an investigation? Idea, prediction, ruler, or conclusion? Correct. It's a ruler. Material And then, scientific investigation task. Aim. Does the amount of sunlight affect fast a plant grows? Instruction. Complete the scientific investigation by filling in the missing parts. Okay. So, kayo na po ang bahala dito mga anak. At may problem na tayo. Ito yung ating aim. Tapos kayo na ang gagawa. Ano yung mga materials na gagamitin, method, results data, and conclusion. Okay, so hopefully you learned something today. Thank you so much, grade 7.